And today we're going to take a comment from a viewer and we're going to break it down because this viewer is new to Amazon FBA, and she's a little nervous and she's asking me a question, and I thought, you know what? Perfect video to help out a beginner and anybody who needs a little bit of a boost. Mike, the Golden State Picker in the garage. Yep, my big, messy garage. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are looking for Amazon FBA, you hit the right spot as far as beginners. I've got some good little pointers in this video for you. I'm going to help you along your way here, give you some ideas of the things that I use to do my Amazon FBA books, because I do 98.5% of the stuff I send to Amazon is books, okay? I am a book reseller. I also sell on eBay. I have been doing it full-time for 4 years, okay? 4 years, basically, and grown my business tremendously. If you stick around and watch my video, hit the subscribe button, all that kind of stuff, you will see me talk about things that I sold on Amazon, things that I found, and books. You will see me talk a lot about books. And today we're going to take a comment from a viewer and we're going to break it down because this viewer is new to Amazon FBA, and she's a little nervous and she's asking me a question, and I thought, you know what? Perfect video to help out a beginner and anybody who needs a little bit of a boost to say, hey, it can be done. It can be done. We're not going to trick you here. We're not going to fool you here. We're not going to sell you anything. We're going to help you. It's free of charge. It's called YouTube, okay? And I am 60 years old, and this is now part of my retirement. And that is that gap years. I call them the gap years. I say it's like 57 to 65. There's just like years that a lot of us run into, and it's like, okay, what do we do now? And we've got, X, years until we get to 65 and we can get Medicare, all that kind of stuff. So this is how I'm doing it, okay? And I feel like, hey, in these times with inflation and all this other stuff, this is a great way for people to make some extra money. But we've got to keep in mind that it is a business. If you're new, you've got to build that business, okay? And I can't do that for you, but I can help you or inspire you to try and build that business. And if you stick around long enough, you'll see a lot of my videos. I will link to a bigger tutorial on my stuff for how I use these particular items that I'm talking to you about. So you'll get some of that. Click it down below. You'll see the links to all of these products, okay? And you can click them and then go and check them out. Check them out on Amazon. You don't have to buy any of these items. I'm just giving you what I use, the recommendation that I use, and you can buy anything else perfectly fine. If you're happy with that, go for it. I'm not going to badmouth anybody's software or badmouth really anybody's item except for one company, which I will just say, hey, I don't think it's the greatest. That's all. We'll get to that in a second. All right, let's get right into this. Let's get right into it. This is from a viewer, and if you're also new, I like to answer my comments. I will be probably one of the few that does it on almost all my videos. You leave a comment, I'm going to probably mention something or say hi to you. So that's just me. All right, this is from Julie S. 1024. Julie S. And Julie writes, hello, Mike. Recently subscribed to your channel. Thanks for all the free content. I have an Amazon store, but I haven't started yet. I'm really nervous and working with a very tight budget. What will you suggest I get for software and hardware for a beginner? Man, perfect video, right? And why not do a video about it? It makes sense, right? I'd go, man, I should have made this a long time ago. This is basically me breaking down what I use for software and for hardware. And if you're a beginner, I'm going to give you kind of a pointer about how I was thinking about this kind of thing and the mistakes that I made early on and the things I did to kind of correct to make it a little bit easier for me. All right, let's get right into the first point here. Amazon charges two ways. They charge nothing. You can go on there for free and do it for free. And you can put stuff on Amazon FBA and you can do stuff for Amazon Fulfilled by Merchant, but they will charge you $1 for every item that you sell. Okay, it's $40 a month for the pro seller account. You don't have to pay that dollar. So if you sell more than 40 items a month, you're better off with the $40 pro seller. And that's what I use. I use the $40 pro seller. That account, you can do Amazon FBA, shipping the books into Amazon, and also Amazon FBM, which is Fulfilled by Merchant. And you can ship certain items yourself, bigger items. You can ship all kinds of stuff, DVD combos, you name it. You can ship it. Big book set lots that you don't want to send in. You can send them in, but maybe you don't. So there's a lot of good variety, various ways to ship things and do things on Amazon. That's the great thing about it. $40 is cheap. I consider it. They do all the paperwork, all the book work, you name it, they do it. We love to hate Amazon. We love to hate eBay. The bottom line is they give us a service. Where can you get to millions and millions and millions of people for $40 a month? Amazon is well worth it. All right, so it's $40 for the pro seller account. That's the one I use. Now, I use 3 other pieces of software. The next one is flat out a must if you're doing books. ScoutIQ. I will put a screenshot of what the interface looks like when you scan a book. Okay, you'll see that up here. But in my tutorials, which will be linked down below, that will give you a better idea of how I use the app itself. But I'm just going over the app, basically what it costs. Okay, 2 ways. It costs $15 for live only, or $50, I think, for live plus database. What is database? That means you can download it on your phone. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can download the database on your phone. And if you're in a place where you don't have any kind of internet or wireless signal, you don't need to have Wi-Fi here. You can have a wireless signal. But if you're in a basement of a building and you don't get a signal or you don't get Wi-Fi, then you can use the database. I do not use that. I pay $15 a month. And I recommend, if you're starting out, the $15 a month. And that is because it will help you kind of understand it. And I believe almost everywhere in the country, you have a signal. Okay, you have a signal. In stores, it works, that kind of thing. So it's $15 a month. I have paid that for 4 years for ScoutIQ. I haven't upgraded to database whatsoever. I always use live. What does live mean? It means it's actually live on Amazon. It's linking to your Amazon account. As soon as you scan that book, that's the current price selling for that book on Amazon. Amazing piece of software, and it's a must. So ScoutIQ for scanning the book. It's going to tell you how much you're going to make per book, okay? Next up, you need something between you and Amazon. I never used to use this when I first started out, and I was doing everything in Amazon, and to me it was wonky. It was just, I wanted to just pull my hair out. It never seemed to be fast enough. It was just a drag. It was just a bummer until I got Scanlister. Now, there's other ones out there, Inventory Labs. I'm not going to badmouth them because, hey, people are very successful using them. I just happen to be using Scanlister, and I like it. And it's hard. You know, this is the problem. When you get used to something, it's very difficult to change to something else because you're so used to it. So Scanlister is amazing. It costs $25 a month. They do have an option where you can buy lifetime for $500. I'm about to do that. I'm about to pay the $500, and then I don't have to pay anything for 3-4 years down the road. Okay. So I probably should have done that last year, but I'm kind of slow. But they do have that option. But again, try it out, test it out. A couple of them have some free trials, 10 days, that kind of thing. You can try them out and see if you like it. Again, all the links to this stuff is in the description below this video. Hit the more button, it opens up. You can see everything. The next item I use is called Repriceit. Repriceit costs $25 a month. It goes by the level or number of books that you have, and I think it's like 2,000 to 5,000. I have over 2,000 books currently in Amazon. They are holding at warehouses for me. So I am at the $25 level. I don't think you will ever get beyond that. I think 25, they have smaller levels that you can get into, but the $25 level is where I'm at. What does Repriceit do? absolutely invaluable. If you are not using a repricer, you are at a distinct disadvantage, because I am constantly having my books repriced on Amazon. That means I can set it for 1 time a day, 10 times a day, 15 times a day. That's what I do. I do the most. Whatever they let me do, I do that number. So about every hour and 15 minutes, my entire catalog of books is being looked at by Repriceit and being repriced to be competitive. So if somebody drops the price on something, it's not a race to the bottom. Trust me, it's not. It's just repricing. It also will reprice you higher. If you've put the book in and all of a sudden it's going for more, it's going to move you up. I've had that happen many times. So the repricer is absolutely a must also, as far as I'm concerned, with all of the software. So keep that in mind. This is the 4 pieces that I use to sell on Amazon FBA. Let's break it down really quick. Basically, it's $105 a month for all 4 pieces of software. It's $105. Now, I bet you many of us spend that in coffee, maybe beer, whatever. What is important to you? You have to make that decision, right? You're just saying to yourself, I really want to make a go of this business. I need extra money. I really want to try and make something work. You have to sacrifice sometimes in some other areas, but you really don't have to here. I'm going to try and help you out thinking wise, because that's what we do here. We always try to give you some kind of inspiration to think about. Think about it like this. Now, when you use ScoutIQ, you can put in your cost of the book and all of this stuff, so that when you scan, it gives you a net profit of a book. So let's say that the net profit of most of these books is $4. So you're going to make $4 a book after Amazon takes their fee, after you're paid for the book, all that kind of stuff. I want you to think of it like this. There are 30 days in a month. 30 times 4 is $120. If you can make one $4 net profit book sale a day on Amazon, it pays for everything here, all your software and everything. Now, your first month, you might not do that. Your second month, you might not do that, because you're building an inventory. That's the key to Amazon. You must feed the beast. So you've got to be able to feed the beast continually. And then you get to 2,000 books and so forth. And you're going to find out that once you find a source or something, that you're going to be almost 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out. It's going to be very difficult for me to grow 2,000 into 4,000. Double the amount of books. I'm happy with where I'm sitting with what I'm doing. If you've watched some of my videos, you know what I'm doing in my life with my Amazon FBA. Okay, so I am using it for those middle years of retirement. That's what I'm using it for. So I'm happy with what with the money I make from them. That's the great thing here. If you're looking to just supplement some income or to supplement your retirement, anything, this is where you can make it work. There is no guarantee, though. Please understand that I'm not here to be a snake oil salesman. I'm here to tell you that you're still going to have to work to make this happen. It's just not going to be sit on the couch and just watch the money roll in. You're going to have to do work, but I'd rather work for myself than somebody else. I'd rather put it on me than let somebody else dictate to me. And one of those things I do not want dictating to me is the United States government. I don't want them in my retirement to be controlling me and everything that I do. I want to be able to do what I want. So that's what I'm doing here. Same thing with inflation and all of this stuff. If you can make this work in combination maybe with eBay, you will make some good money and you will take some pressure off of your family, off of you. That's another thing in life. When you take pressure off of yourself, you become more efficient. It's not there. Those things aren't in your head. So this is a great way to do it. Think of that. $4 net, you can cover this here, okay? But you got to work for it. You got to work for it, all right? Now, a real quick thing to think about here is you can get ScoutIQ. I would recommend the Amazon Pro Seller. You can do right when you get ready to go into books. It takes some time now to sign up, so you might still want to do that because they've got some other hoops you got to jump through. But ScoutIQ will let you build a little inventory of books before you put your first load in or 2 loads. That's what I recommend doing, is maybe building up, get about 100 books or so. And then when you're ready to go, you've got all your software, everything all signed up, boom, ready to go. Put those 100 books in as fast as you can right away. And then you got a shot that first month to at least maybe even pay this off. All it takes, hey, look, I can tell you, I just went in and looked at my account. I just sold a book for $110. And if you've watched me, you basically know that I pay pennies for my books. So I netted about $70 profit on one book. I've got a lot of $4, $3, and so forth, but you got to think like that. You've got to think like that, all right? Now, let's get into the hardware. The hardware side is a fixed cost, obviously, one time, hopefully everything doesn't break down. I'm giving you 4 items here that I use, just 4 items. They're amazing, all 4 of them. I can tell you from my experience, not one of these is broken down, not one. And I love it. Now watch them all break down tonight. No, really, they have not broken down. I'm not here to sell you a bill of goods. Again, drop down the description. Go look at them. If you like them, fine. If not, use whatever you want. I'm just giving you an idea where to start to look at, okay? First off, I use an ArcScan label printer. You must have this. The ArcScan label printer is, right now it's running $250 on Amazon. I got mine for $150. If you can wait, that thing might come down on sale. You got to keep checking on it. Even at $250 is still a good deal. I got mine for like $149. I'm almost positive that's what I paid for mine. And that's a while ago, a long time ago. It's been a rock, continues to work really well. Now, you're going to need labels for that. I just use any label, but I use Dasher. Dasher is the label. It's in my link bio description down below. I use the I think it's 3 1/4 by 1 1/8, something like that. And then 4 by 6 labels for printing the labels for the boxes that we use to ship the books to Amazon. The next item is the best item I'm talking about one of the best items that I've ever bought. And it's this heavy scale, 200-pound Accutech. Man, when I first started out, I didn't get the best scale, and it broke down twice. Finally, hit me in the head. Let's buy a better scale. This one here, it's heavy duty, 200 pounds, Accutech. It was the same brand that I was using of the 2 other ones. They were just not capable of holding 50 pounds comfortably. And it's $40. It's $40. Absolutely amazing. I love it. It sits right inside my door here, behind the couch, hidden. I don't put it up here because it's a little bit big, so it sits behind the couch. But amazing scale, because we're going to be shipping in, hopefully, 49-pound boxes of books. So we need a really good scale. So Accutech, really good. Now, the next 2 are scanners that I use. One of them is in conjunction with your cell phone to use with ScoutIQ when you're scanning books. The handheld scanner that I'm showing you right now is $70. It's a Natamu. And it goes Bluetooth to your phone, and then you can scan the barcode or the ISBN. We can't do the ISBN, but you can do the barcode with that one. The ISBN has to be with the phone. And you're constantly scanning. So if you're in a bookstore, it's quick. Bing, bing, bing. You can set up triggers where it makes a sound. It says that book is good, so forth and so on. So it's a speed thing. It's definitely a speed thing. Now, I happen to use another one. I'm going to show you that one. It's on my desktop at home. That one I use because I just like that one. It's handheld. I could use my little handheld one too in conjunction with my desktop. I choose not to. I choose to use this other one. Now, there is a reason why I use that particular Natamu scanner. My friend Tyler, he uses one. It's a ring. It goes on his ring finger and it scans. It's a little smaller one. Great little device. But for me, I got big digits, big hands, and I need something that I can grab onto or hold onto comfortably. And that's a key for me. So I use that. And that's how I do it, okay? Personal preference. You don't have to buy either one of these. Surf around. I do happen to really like that handheld one a lot. And it really has paid for itself. All of this stuff has paid for itself, guys. That's the bottom line. It all has paid for itself. Let me give you a couple of pointers here. If you're trying to open up an Amazon FBA business or anything like that, you obviously have startup cost. You hear that all the time. Some businesses are capital intensive. What's capital? money. You need money. Not just like anything, you got to have some money. You got to have some capital to buy books, but you got to have some capital for equipment. And this is the bare minimum that I'm talking about right here. I think the $105 a month is very doable. If you can just find some books and keep putting them in consistently, you can do that. And the one-time cost here is for the equipment. Occasionally they break down and you got to buy something else, but that's called business. But I have been very lucky on these 4 particular items. Now, I'm going to give you another couple of pointers here, hopefully a couple. When you get into Amazon, the one thing as a beginner you don't want to do is you do not want to have them, and this is my personal experience because I used to run into this all the time. They want to split your books if you do not hit this one particular function on the Amazon seller account where you basically are going to pay 35 cents a book to not let them split it. That means they're going to take, if you have 35 books and it's in one box, that one box is going to go very close to you. For example, I'm in San Jose, California. They ship to Stockton, which is probably about 80, 90 miles from me. So all those books go there. From there, they may decide to ship your books all over the country, but that's on them. What I didn't want to have happen was get a nice box all ready to go, 35 books in it, hit the button to list the books with Amazon, and all of a sudden Amazon says, hey Mike, by the way, I want 25 of these books to go to Stockton, I want 5 of these books to go to Ohio, and I want 5 of these books to go to Dallas, Texas. Now you got to take them out and build 3 boxes, one for 25, one for 5, and one for 5. And here's the math. 35 cents on a, let's say it's $10 extra for that box. You build it into your ScoutIQ. You can put that in there. You can build it into your Scanlister so you absolutely know what your net profit is. Now, if you have to pay shipping on this one, shipping on this one, shipping on this one, box on this one, box on that, you can see what is time? Money. Time is money. I don't want splits. So if you want to risk that, it's going to happen to you. I guarantee it's going to happen to you. That's what's going to happen. So I personally use the where I do not split it. It's in one of my videos. If you watch one of my main tutorials, I'll put that video in here. Towards the end, you'll see me discuss that, where you go to set that so that you can have that option and not have it happen to you. We don't want to have those books split. That is my opinion on that. And I think that's it. I think I mentioned 2 things. I can't think of anything else except for this. I'll leave you with this. If you're out there thinking about it, okay, and you're really wondering, how am I going to make this happen? There's only one way you're ever going to know, and that's basically to take the leap and to give it a shot. If you don't give it a shot, you'll never know. You hear people talk about that all the time. No leaping, you're just going to always wonder. So if you've really got it and you think you can do it and you've got some sources and you're thinking, man, I can maybe make this happen, then do it. But I will tell you another thing. Don't give up. Don't quit. You're going to have some really rocky, bumpy things that are just going to happen to you. It's going to suck. But if you stick with it and you learn and you can grow with it, after a while, you're going to say to yourself, okay, I understand this works pretty good. And when you see this nice, every 2 weeks, a little bit of money or some more money coming from Amazon to you, hey, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's about that whole freedom as a business person, all of that makes it so much fun. And I've been lucky and blessed all my life, but I've put in the hours. I had a retail furniture store for 30 years. 25 years of it, I tell everybody, a lot of fun. But there were 5 years of time in there that it wasn't any fun, okay? And when it's not fun anymore, that's time to go and change gears. And that's what I did. And that's where I'm at now. And hopefully you can get something out of these videos and learn and take a little bit here, a little bit there, and take some stuff from some other resellers and take it and put it together, build your own little soup, and the next thing you know, you're doing it. You're doing it. All right. Thank you again. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button at least. Anything to just make the video go boof, go big. And all my regulars, Many, many thanks. And to all you newbies, thank you too. And I will see you in one of my next videos.